Hi, Caroline. I'm Nadia, one of the correspondents at Sheen Magazine. Super excited to be talking to you today.
Hi, Nadia. I'm very excited to be talking to you as well.
So, how are you first and foremost?
I'm doing great. Thank you. And you?
I am doing absolutely great as well. So, I know the Real Housewives of Dubai, the season 2 premiere is coming in June. So, we're super excited about that. It's been long awaited,
Oh,
about
yes.
2 years, honestly. So,
Oh,
really
yes.
excited to catch up and see what's now going to be going on in this next season.
Oh, there's a lot going on. So you guys are in for a treat.
Yes, I've been catching up on Twitter, looking at the tweets. Everyone is so excited. And I know one thing they always talk about is your confessionals, how fabulous you look and how entertaining you are and how funny you are. So that's
Thank
probably what
you.
I'm looking forward to the most myself.
Same. I feel like the confessionals are always so much fun because it gives more of a insight to really what's going on in that scene and like how we really felt. And if we were not, if we weren't able to articulate how we felt in that moment, I feel like the confessionals kind of make it all come together. So I have a lot of fun when I do the confessional.
Absolutely. And as you said, it helps build onto that storyline. So let's
Yes.
get into it a little. So I know last season we saw the parties, we saw the skiing excursions, the spa and salon developments, and intimate discussions with your ex-husband, where we kind of got to know you a little bit more on a personal level outside of
Yeah.
the group. So what are some exciting moments that viewers can expect to see in the newest season?
Wow, there's a lot. I feel like the most exciting parts for me is everybody getting to see my business that's now open. The
Mhm.
Glass House is open, and we are the only inclusive salon and spa in the Middle East and in this region, if not broader, even in throughout Europe. I don't really see much inclusive, beauty salons or spas. So this is going to be kind of historic for women of color, for me to have opened something like this that kind of brings everybody together, both men and women. So that's exciting. I can't wait for people to kind of see my business life and me navigating through that and also being a single mom. It comes with its challenges. So a lot of that I'm excited about. And then the drama, the friendship dynamics and the shifts of the friendships and the ups and downs is going to be very interesting for people to watch because people who you thought would never ever, fall out have, and people you thought would never fall in have too. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned the Glass House Spa. I know that was pretty much an integral part of your storyline. How is that? How is the developments going with that?
Yes, so it's gone great. The glass house has been open. We've been thriving. We have had an amazing ride, building the salon and having it open, but it came with its own challenges. I've never ran a business that's like a brick and mortar where it's like customers in and out all the time. Things have to change a lot. But it's been an amazing journey. I think the best part for us was when shortly after we opened, we got the opportunity to work with Beyonce. So that was a really big deal. We're the ones who did the hair for her backup singers, and we did all the nails for Ivy Park fashion shows. So that was really what catapulted me into like the public eye before the show aired with my salon. And I'm really proud of it. And I'm proud to see how much growth we've had. So yeah, it's very exciting. And we are almost on to location number 2.
Oh, that is super exciting. Congratulations on that. That's a
Thank
big
you.
win.
You're going to see everything. You're going to see the ups, the downs, the challenges that it takes to run a new business that big because it's a big business. And I learned a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love that. So, speaking on friendship dynamics, I know that we're going to be introduced to a new friend, one of your friends, actually. So, can you tell us, what motivated you to pretty much like bring her into the fold? And is there like a little bit of background on your relationship with her that you can give us?
Yes. So I brought Talene into the show. I introduced her to our group of friends. She always wanted to kind of be a part of my friendship group with the other ladies. I've known her for almost a decade, but we never really mixed friend groups. And I knew that this is something she really wanted. So I brought her in, and it was interesting.
Man, yeah, I know when it comes to like mixing friend groups, it's sometimes a struggle. You have your
It's
own
a struggle. It's very
family.
telling. You kind of see people's true colors and you kind of learn things about people that you never knew. You could know somebody for years and years, but then they get thrust into this position and they change.
Lord, I know, I don't know what drama is going to unfold from that, but
Ooh, well, you'll see.
listen,
It's going to be interesting.
listen. I'm already knowing, as you said, as friends, they mix. So I have a question about that, honestly. So how do you feel about her, forming her own relationships outside of you?
I don't mind. I mean, that was overall always my objective and always my want for her. I
Hmm.
think that my only concern would have been that I was very protective of her.
Hmm.
And I was very defensive of her when it came to the other ladies because I know it could be kind of intense being the new person in a friend group. And it there was a lot of things that I felt hurt about because if I'm very protective and loyal, you would expect that to be reciprocated. And I don't feel like it was all the time. So that'll be interesting to watch that play out.
It definitely will. So again, speaking on friendship dynamics, I know in the first season we saw you and Lisa, y'all shared some moments of camaraderie. So can you tell us a little bit more about that relationship that you guys had, and can we expect to see more of that dynamic in the upcoming season or?
So I think you're going to see a bit more of me and Lisa's friendship. I've known Lisa the longest out of everybody in this group.
Yeah.
I've known her the longest. And I feel like in season one, we didn't have much of a chance to get super close because she was just, hand in hand with Diane all the time. And it was
Mhm.
kind of like a little clique. And it was hard for us as their friends to really kind of get involved in that little group. But I feel like this season, that opens up a little bit more. And both she and Diane are more receptive to being friends with everybody else. So it made it a lot easier. And I feel like post show, Lisa and I have grown a lot closer. And I feel like our friendship is developing into what it should have always been.
I love that. Yeah, as you said, I was looking forward to seeing more of that friendship developing in season one. I know we saw you guys at lunch having a little discussion, but then I know it was an episode where you guys had the little dance studio. That was cute, but I was like, man, I want to see a little bit more with their friendship, just a little bit more depth to it. So
I feel like you see a little bit more, but I feel like in seasons to come, you're going to see something shift tremendously because
perfect.
we've really given each other a chance without any influence to kind of really spend more time and get to know each other a lot better. And I've known her for so long, but we were never super close, but I think we're getting a lot closer.
I love that. Super excited to see that. I'm sure a lot of viewers are as well. So
Yes.
let's talk about navigating tension. So last season we saw some drama between you and Sarah, where you guys weren't seeing eye to eye, where she mentioned your son, which of course is a touchy topic. So I know you guys pretty much made amends. We saw the intimate conversations where you discussed your kids and overcoming pain. So in the newest season, will we see that friendship kind of flourishing, or what can we expect from that?
This season, you're going to expect to see Sarah and I grow incredibly close. I feel like she's the closest person to me in this group. She is
Wow.
my girlfriend in the group. And I, again, I got to know Sarah a lot better than I did then. I think that tensions were high because we were not that close. And I didn't feel like it was her place to comment on my child or my family or my way of parenting when she wasn't even familiar with that at the time. So this season, we really kind of developed an authentic friendship and we got super close and I adore her. And she's an amazing person. Her heart is as big as anyone's could be. And I feel like she always wants the best for me and vice versa. So I'm excited for people to see our beautiful friendship that we've developed.
Yes, I love that for you guys. And after you guys have made amends, I was like, I can see something new forming from this. So super
Yeah. Oh,
excited.
yeah.
Definitely excited to see that in the new season for sure. So, what are some of the most challenging moments this season, well, in the new season, regarding your friendships and maybe some rivalries within the group?
I feel like the most challenging moments for me this season were the letdowns. You know, people who I feel like I really was so loyal to and I protected and I valued their friendships and I, really went to bat for certain people and I really wore my heart on my sleeve when it came to certain people and my friendships with them let me down.
Mm,
I'm not sure how that's going to show, but I know we all know as a cast how things went.
well,
I don't really have any rivalries with anyone. I've kind of, taught myself in recent time how to lower my expectation and I will lower my disappointment. But even still, I don't want to change as a person. Anybody who I'm friends with, I still want to give them the benefit of the doubt and
yeah,
always give them my whole heart. But it did change me. I feel like the disappointment in certain people's actions was very shocking for me.
very telling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely can see that. I definitely understand. And it's good that you don't have rivalries with the women because all of you guys are pretty much trying to do the same thing. Everybody's living their lives, trying to find a way from themselves. So
Oh yeah,
I,
I just cheer for everyone. Like I'm proud of all of my friends, and I'm proud of my cast and all of their achievements. Ayan with I Am Beauty, I'm really proud of her. Lisa with Mina Rowe, what she's doing, I'm proud of her. Caroline Stanbury she's building a couple of different businesses, and I'm really proud of what she's doing as well. Sarah is killing it with the motivational speaking and all of her speeches and all of her healing stuff that she's doing. So I'm proud of everyone. Obviously, friendships are definitely put to the test this season. Some grow incredibly strong, and some kind of are really put to the test. And it's going to be very telling once I watch it because I hear different versions of what people
Mhm.
claim happened. And I'm friends with everyone. So it's hard because I can't decipher whose version is accurate until I actually watch it play out.
Yeah, and that's something too, watching it back from a different lens as far as opposed to like being there when you're filming and you're recording, you don't really see all of the sides to the story until you actually watch it back. So I know that's incredibly interesting for you to see like, oh, she did that,
Absolutely.
you know? Yeah, because it's like, okay, well, I didn't even see that perspective. But now, as I'm watching it, it's like, I wonder, did she really mean it that way, you know?
Absolutely.
Yes. So in season one, you told Phaedra about the drama between Lisa and Caroline Stanbury. And a lot of viewers, they like to say you kind of stir the pot a bit with the drama, but it makes for a good storyline. So
Yeah,
listen.
I mean, people can call it pot stirring, but I was just keeping it 100. I mean, at the end of the day, they cannot decide, I'm not going to go, she's there. I'm not going to, no, screw that. We're all friends. Suck
Mhm.
it up or don't. Like, it is what it is. People can call it pot stirring, but I called it just too bad, deal with it. Because
Mhm.
I have to be around people sometimes that I don't want to be around, but that's life. We're a group of friends, and people shouldn't be excluded because of one person's feelings for another person. They can respectfully decide to disengage, but I'm going to invite who I want.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. I do not blame you. So,
Yeah.
speaking on sometimes people having certain perceptions of the characters of the women in the show. So, how do you handle public perceptions and criticism? And what message do you hope to convey to your fans this season?
I feel like I it was hard for me season one. I didn't
Mhm.
know how to react to certain things because people are really seeing just a fraction of our lives and they don't know really a history or background or our personalities
Yeah.
personally. They just see what is aired. So that's just only a piece of our life. So it was hard seeing some of the criticisms and the judgments. But I think now it's a little different. I feel like I don't take all of that stuff too personally anymore because I think as time progresses and more seasons come along, people will get to know every side of us. You can't really know every sort of single bit of somebody until you see them for years and years, and then you kind of develop a feel for who they are. So I'm excited about season two because I feel like it's going to help fans discover us as individuals a lot more than season one did.
Absolutely. And that kind of brings me to my next question about personal growth. So, we saw in season one, as I said before, the intimate discussions, and we got pretty much, really personal with you. So, how do you feel you've grown personally and professionally throughout your time on the show?
I feel like there was a lot of growth because I've went through a lot of healing on the show. I
Mhm.
struggled a lot after my divorce with my ex-husband because there were so many unanswered questions. I went through a whole lot in that marriage, which affected me mentally and emotionally. And I think people kind of saw the breakdown of me emotionally on season one, how I was trying to cope with it.
Mhm.
Whereas season two, I'm still a work in progress, but I've learned to cope a lot better in life and focus on what's important, which is work and my son.
Yeah.
Those are the two most important things. And then also, people are going to get to see me explore the possibility of moving on and finding new love, things like that. So that's going to be fun and interesting.
Yes, I'm happy for you. Everybody's journey is different, and I know like growth and healing, it's not linear. There's ups, there's downs, but it's all about
Yes,
staying the course at the end of the day.
absolutely.
Yes. So again, super happy for you for your growth
Thank
and
you.
healing. So, what has been your most memorable moment from filming this new season?
I think my most memorable moment this season was bringing my mom to the glass house and having to see her reaction, first of all, when we grand opened, but then when we did the grand launch, she left the day after. So when we filmed the season, she came back for the first time when the business was running. And for her to see, for me to see the look on my mom's face of how proud she was. And it all really became real to her. And she really took it all in and she realized, wow, this is my daughter. Look how far she's come in 15 years when she
Hmm.
left home and she came to Dubai. And to see our surname up on, the front of a building in Dubai it was a big deal for my mother, her being an immigrant from Honduras and me being a first generation American who comes from two immigrant parents was a proud moment for my mother. I think she really realized she felt like she made it because I feel like she kind of lives vicariously through her children. And me as being her daughter, she's incredibly proud. And I think that to me was a very special moment.
Yeah.
And then my son just growing up kind of before my eyes, becoming a preteen was also a crazy moment for me. So those are two of the most exciting moments really about my business. And after, the launch of Glass House, there's so many other things that have popped up since. So as time progresses, I feel like the fans are going to see a lot more of my business life and the growth and the journey that I'm going through.
I love that, especially the story about your mom. I love that. So, speaking on family and business, so how do you juggle your responsibilities as a mother and running a business?
It's incredibly hard because my time is spread thin, but
Yeah.
I make sure that I designate a day specifically in the week that is just for my son. I
Hmm.
leave work early enough to get home before he gets home from school, as well as I bring him to work with me as much as I can. When he gets out of school, I have my driver drop him off to my office. Sometimes we'll spend time there. It's a hard juggle and a hard journey because I have to just work as hard as I do to support myself and support my family and my son and my extended family. So I have to work. So it's not easy, and I think that that's probably one of the more motivating factors in me giving myself a little bit more time as time goes on to focus on me, to
Yeah.
be able to find a partner who can share these moments with me, and I can be able to have a little bit more me time to have a personal life and focus on family.
I agree. I agree. I feel like whoever your partner will be, it's definitely in God's hands. But when it comes to having that lifestyle and sharing those common values and goals, that's really important, especially, for him to love your son just as much as you do. So,
Exactly. So my son comes first, and I feel like now that we've had me and Adam have this bond, and Adam's getting a lot older, he's more understanding. And I
mhm,
think that now is a perfect time for me to be able to welcome somebody else into my life because my son is a little bit more understanding and he can understand things a lot better. And I feel like it won't be traumatic for him. I feel like before I just wasn't ready, he wasn't ready, but he
mhm,
kind of understands, okay, my parents are divorced. My mom is eventually going to move on. So is my dad. And
yeah.
he has a better understanding of that. So I'm more comfortable now.
Oh, I love that. Super excited, for you and, all that's to come. And so,
Thank you.
Yes, so super excited again for the Real Housewives of Dubai season 2 premiere. Is there anything else that you want the viewers to get from this conversation or that they should be looking forward to for this upcoming season?
I want them to look forward to an amazing season that's fully action packed. Don't make prejudgments too fast because things really shift. It's
Mm.
the roller coaster ride this season. There is going to be every couple of episodes, twists and turns that you couldn't even imagine. Friendships, ups and downs, personal things, family, relationships, travel. I mean, we have it all this season, and it's really an in-depth glimpse into our lives. And also, if the fans ever visit Dubai, come and see me at the Glass House and come and get yourself pampered.
I love that. I might have to take a flight to Dubai myself and get pampered.
Always welcome. Come and see me.
Yes. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you as well.
Bye.
Bye.